It was a crisp October evening when the traveling carnival arrived in the small town of Willow Creek. The townsfolk were buzzing with excitement as the colorful tints and flickering lights of the ride sprang up on the old fairgrounds. Among the attractions was a new addition that caught everyone's attention, the Mirror Maze. The Mirror Maze stood tall and imposing, its walls covered in thousands of reflective panels that glinted in the glow of the carnival lights. Children and adults alike were drawn to its mysterious allure, eager to test their wits and courage in its twisting corridors. As night fell, a group of friends, Alex, Sarah, and Mark, decided to challenge the Mirror Maze. The trio entered the maze, their footsteps echoing off the glass walls as they navigated the maze's labyrinthine corridors. At first, it was all fun and games, with laughter filling the air as they tried to find their way through the maze. But as they ventured deeper into the maze, the atmosphere changed. The reflections in the mirrors seemed to distort and warp, taking on a sinister edge. Alex shivered as he caught sight of his reflection contorting into a menacing grin before returning to normal. "Did you guys see that?" Alex asked, his voice trembling slightly. Sarah and Mark exchanged uneasy glances but brushed off Alex's concerns, attributing it to the tricks of the mirrors. However, as they continued, the feeling of unease only grew stronger. Soon, they found themselves lost in the maze, the walls closing in around them like a trap. Panic set in as they realized that every turn they took only led them deeper into the maze, with no sign of an exit in sight. "We need to find a way out. This maze is starting to mess with my head," Sarah said, her voice tinged with fear. Mark nodded in agreement, his normally confident demeanor faltering in the face of the maze's sinister atmosphere. But before they could take another step, a low, guttural growl echoed through the maze, freezing them in place. The friends turned as one, their hearts pounding in their chests, to see their reflections in the mirrors moving independently, their movements fluid and unnatural. Alex's reflection raised a hand and beckoned to him, its eyes glinting with malevolent intent. "We need to get out of here. Now," Mark shouted, his voice filled with urgency. They ran, their footsteps echoing off the glass walls as they frantically tried to find an exit. But the maze seemed to shift and change around them, leading them in circles and dead ends. The distorted reflections of themselves followed closely behind, taunting and mocking them as they struggled to escape. Just when they thought all hope was lost, they stumbled upon a small alcove hidden behind a cluster of mirrors. With a renewed sense of determination, they squeezed into the alcove, their breath coming in ragged gasps as they tried to catch their bearings. As they huddled together, a voice echoed through the maze, chilling them to the bone. "You cannot escape. You are trapped in my domain," the voice intoned, its words reverberating off the glass walls. The friends exchanged terrified glances, their hearts pounding in their chests as they realized the gravity of their situation. They were at the mercy of the maze, a twisted reality where reflections came to life. Suddenly, the mirrors around them began to ripple and distort, their surfaces warping and twisting until they revealed a dark figure standing before them. It was a spectral reflection of themselves, but twisted and distorted, its features contorted into a nightmarish visage. "We are the mirror's guardians, tasked with trapping lost souls within this maze for eternity," the spectral reflection spoke, its voice hollow and otherworldly. The friends cowered before the spectral reflection, their minds reeling with fear and confusion. How had they stumbled into this nightmarish trap? And how could they find a way to escape? With a surge of determination, Alex stepped forward, his voice filled with a newfound resolve. "We will not be prisoners in this maze. We will find a way out, no matter the cost," he declared, his words echoing through the maze with a steely resolve. Sarah and Mark nodded in agreement, their eyes meeting in a silent pact. They would not surrender to the malevolent forces that sought to bind them within the maze's twisted confines. Together, they would find a way to break free. With renewed determination, the friends set out once more, their hearts filled with a steely resolve. They navigated the maze's corridors with a newfound clarity, their minds sharp and focused as they searched for an escape. As they ventured deeper into the maze, the spectral reflections of themselves lurked around every corner, their twisted forms taunting and mocking them at every turn. But the friends pressed on, undeterred by the malevolent entities that sought to trap them. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, they stumbled upon a shimmering portal nestled within the heart of the maze. With a collective gasp of relief, they rushed towards the portal, their hearts racing with anticipation. As they stepped through the portal, a blinding light enveloped them, washing away the dark confines of the mirror maze. They emerged into the carnival grounds, their bodies trembling with exhaustion and relief. The friends collapsed to the ground, their breath coming in ragged gasps as they basked in the warmth of the carnival lights. They had escaped the mirror maze, their spirits scarred but unbroken by the nightmarish ordeal they had endured. As they lay there, the spectral reflections of themselves faded into the ether, their twisted forms dissipating into nothingness. The friends watched in awe as the mirror maze shimmered and vanished, leaving behind nothing but an empty space on the carnival grounds. And as the first light of dawn broke over the horizon, the friends knew that they had faced a darkness beyond imagining and emerged victorious. The mirror maze was no more, its twisted reality erased from existence by their courage and determination. From that day on, the townsfolk of Willow Creek whispered in hushed tones about the night the mirror maze claimed its victims. But for Alex, Sarah, and Mark, it was a tale of survival, a testament to the strength of their friendship and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unspeakable terror. And as they walked away from the carnival grounds, the echoes of their harrowing ordeal faded into the distance, replaced by the sounds of laughter and joy that filled the air. The mirror maze may have been a dark chapter in their lives, but it was a chapter they would never forget, a testament to the enduring power of hope in the face of despair.